Good evening, class. Today, for my introduction speech, I will be talking about my experience of when I found out that I was pregnant, the process of being pregnant, and the experience of afterwards of delivering the baby. So, for the first time that I got the pregnancy test that read that it was for sure positive, my heart completely stopped. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I was told since I was a little girl, around the age of 10, after having a very traumatizing experience happen to me, that I was no longer allowed. I was never going to be able to have kids, carry a kid. My insides were destroyed, is basically what they said. So, when I figured out that I was pregnant, my whole world changed. I was so excited, scared, nervous, but excited. Most of all, I was excited because I was finally pregnant after not thinking that I could be for the longest time. So we get to the doctor's appointment and we take the test for them. It's confirmed. We go to do the ultrasound. The day that we found out for sure it was confirmed that I was pregnant was also the day that we found out that I was possibly going to miscarriage that night by the time I got back home. Due to the simple fact that my lining in my uterus was very thin and the egg was having trouble implanting into my uterus the way it was supposed to be. They put me on medication and everything, got my lining, the uterine lining thickened and got it the way it's supposed to be. It's great. So, moving on. Now I'm going through second trimester. Morning sickness was horrible. It was miserable the entire time. Morning sickness, if I ever had to be pregnant again, and that was one thing that I could get rid of while being pregnant, that's one thing I would for sure get rid of, is the morning sickness. It's just horrible. So, we get that done. Now it's time to have my precious bundle of joy. I'm at my last appointment, and we decide to go ahead and induce me instead of waiting and letting her come on her own because of the complications that I had throughout the pregnancy. The nausea, the almost miscarriage, plus all the hospital trips that I was in and out of from being dehydrated and everything. So we just decided it would be best if after the 40 weeks, 30 weeks, 30 weeks, 35 weeks, 39 weeks. I was close to my delivery day. Either way, I was close to the delivery day. I wasn't that far off from my delivery day. But I just wanted to go ahead and have her. But I also wanted to make sure that I did it so I could be home for Thanksgiving because I couldn't miss out on my turkey. So we did that. And we get there to the hospital that night, the right time. And we're waiting. And we finally get submitted into the room. And they had started my induction that night. And then we went on into the next morning. There was barely any sleep that night because they was continuously coming in and giving me the medication to help thin my cervix and all that good stuff. So now they come in and they give me the epidural in my spine. I don't move the entire time because I'm completely nervous, afraid that I'm going to paralyze myself because I've always been told that if you move while you're getting an epidural, it can paralyze you. So I'm completely still, even after all the contractions that I'm having. I stay still, I don't move. My contractions are hitting 100, but I'm nervous, so I'm staying there. The doctor, anesthesiologist, leaves, and the doctor, and about an hour later, they come back in because I'm having severe pain, and I can't figure out why. Well, my epidural failed, basically. It failed completely, but there was nothing there. So then they give me another dose of it, which is stronger. So I take it, and I'm waiting, and the pain just doesn't stop. It will not stop. Well, since they already upped that dose, I had to wait between half an hour to an hour later before they could give me a higher dosage, which was their max dosage. The highest that they could go, the strongest that you could get, that was it. So I'm waiting, and I'm in pain. I'm screaming, I'm yelling, I'm trying not to scare anybody. I'm trying not to worry anybody, but I'm in severe pain. I feel like my whole body is being shredded apart. Come to find out, I just lost my whole train of thought. My contractions were hitting the highs that they could possibly hit. And her heart rate was dropping. And my heart rate was dropping. So at the same time that I was trying to give birth to my baby, she was dying and I was dying. But they couldn't give me the medicine faster to stop the pain because they was afraid of overdosing me or overdosing the baby. So I had to wait, and I had to wait, and I had to wait. And it was the worst pain imaginable that I have ever experienced. Literally. But she came out to be a 6-pound, 12-ounce baby girl. She's living life. She's almost 2 years old. She turns 2 in November. She's completely spoiled. God, she's so spoiled. Like, she is beyond spoiled, especially by her grandparents. She's the happiest little baby, and I couldn't be a more blessed mother. Thank you.